Before watching this video, please first watch videos 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of this series in their correct order, or you may not understand what is being revealed in its true context. It must be understood that a material world, as humans interpret it to be, cannot be made from nothing. But we can experience what is thought to be material through storybooks, producing a holographic simulation, controlling the kinetics of the story in such a way it presents what appears to be material or reality. All the stories we experience as being thought to be reality are presented on the face of a geometric plane, so when the story tells you, you are on the outside of the house of God, is just the story, and not a material location at all. Some interesting knowledge is hidden in the floor plan of the Church of Wisdom, also known as Hagia Sophia, originally a Byzantium church, first built in wood in 325 AD, that later, after being destroyed and rebuilt a number of times, became a mosque, and today, it is now a museum. The floor plan shown here is actually the shape and contents of the machine which the soul on the outside of the house of God uses to access the Earth program involving the human species. This represents the structure I mentioned in my previous video of this series. This drawing shows a side view of the outer disk in the machine, which displays the program producing the Earth environment and universe involving your field of vision. A smaller cylinder involving a sub-register displays the inner program involving the human body or avatar. The outer disk rotates over a square area and through its process displays an environment program, watched by life, the real self through the soul. The inner cylinder or drum rotates rapidly in the desired area, displaying the avatar program, representing your human body. The rear face of the cylinder or drum consists of cut glass, in the form of a cone acting as mirrors, much in the same way prisms are used as mirrors in binoculars. This photo, involving the stone work in a mosque, shows a section of what the rear conical surface of the drum looks a bit like. When this stage of the metamorphosis of the soul is completed, involving a program referred to as Babylon, in ancient manuscripts, life, the real self, is drawn down through the machine, to reunite with the light. The head of the soul containing the nucleus is then decapitated and a new nucleus is created, then life, the real self, returns to the new nucleus of the soul. The next program starts, but the soul is still in the wilderness outside the house of God, and at a predetermined time the soul lifts off the machine, and relocates directly on the outside wall of the house of God. The soul then collapses into a two-dimensional disk, against the outer wall, where it gives birth to a cloned man-child, which is the core processor of the processing system of life. When this is completed, the soul passes through the outer face of the house of God, to the inner face, where a mansion has been prepared, shown in video 5 of this series. The mansion or little house, in the house of God, is a format involving line work, used in the processing system of life, forming an environment, separate from any of the other environments produced by the story books, such as your universe, and Earth. This allows access to the all, and programs can be viewed as though videos on a PC or TV screen. A window of the little house can be used like a TV, or it can be used to edit books, producing an environment. This is why there are environment books and avatar books, as this enables us to choose an avatar to interact with the environment program, much like that of first-person gaming software. You could say that your universe is the ultimate virtual reality experience or game of all time. This universe is just one of so many, it's not possible to count them. Using the desired software, you can also travel between universes.